Warning, this is a spoiler-based podcast. If you have not seen 1985 Silver Bullet, do me a solid favor, pause it. Just pause the show. Go watch this shit on Tubi so you can believe the shit that's coming out of our mouths. Come back and join the conversation. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, Facebook. It doesn't matter. At Cult45 Podcast. Today, Cult45 is powered by
WhiteCupENT.com. That's right, bitch. Go to WhiteCupENT.com to get all of your bomb-ass shirts of all sizes. We got all the threads that cover you and your sister and her hose. I don't know why. I don't know why that was funny.
I enjoyed it.
And,
my sister's hose.
And your asshole best friend who destroyed your sister's hose. Especially if she's got a fat ass. Oh, you gotta have it now? Well, then come on down to 7203 Navigation in H-Town. Right past the abandoned bridge in the middle of bumfuck, and you got a purty mouth. And come grab you some, you greedy bitch. What? You need more? More than this, nigga? I got you. My man's down at White Cup, run that bulk. Like Uncle Red. Definitely dealing drugs. Or meth. Why do you have so much time on your hands and yet never begging for cash? Okay. You still here? Go to WhiteCupENT.com and stop looking like a broke-ass buster. And use the promo code CULT45 for 20% off your total purchase. WhiteCupENT.com. They fucks with us.
And as always, we're powered by you, our listeners, our fans, everyone who supports us on our Podbean host app, all of our Patreons, like Adrian, who picked this fucking gym. Without you guys, we wouldn't be shit.
You are now listening to Cult 45, the only cult movie podcast that puts air on your chest. So sit back, relax, pour up, and turn up.
Yeah, welcome everybody to a Drunk Uncle episode of Cult 45. I'm your host, Beam Down. Today I'm joined by, as always,
Random Randy Savage.
oh, horse teeth Gary Busey, yo. Shout out to Adrian, Patreon, who clearly understands the assignment when it comes to picking movies. Straight up.
Obscure monster movie.
Yo, like I have never heard of Silver Bullet. I don't know how I never heard of Silver Bullet. It's one of those Stephen King movies that just got swept under the rug.
I guess I've never heard of it.
Cause this is back when he was doing banger after banger after banger, and it was like, I get it, cause you got Carrie, boom, you know what I'm saying? A whole bunch of other shit, like all the big heavies are coming, like The Shining, all this shit's happening, and then Silver Bullet comes around this time. You're like, fuck are we doing? Get that out of here, bro. Like all of his ideas aren't great. And
oh, that's not a lot of money. That makes
no, it did not do good. It was one of his flops, but like, you know, Stephen King has a lot of he's written so many fucking just novellas, books, whatever the fuck, to where
oh my god, that's exactly who I thought it was gonna be, Uncle Red, because that would have made total sense too.
Who?
John Candy was considered to play Uncle Red.
Yo, honestly.
Duh.
There's degrees of drunk uncle. It's like, all right, how reckless are we talking here? I think Gary Busey was a fantastic pick for this movie, honestly. Mainly because they let him cook.
Okay, yeah.
all of his genuine reactions where he involves Jesus. No, I'm talking about just like his versions of Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah,
are all top notch, bro. Jumping Jesus, Jehoshaphat, this fucking. Well, I've never seen this shit. You never?
I've never seen this shit,
bro. Shout out to Stephen King though, because like this was actually based on Cycle of the Wolf, and I feel like somebody was doing 80s cocaine. And the novel was based like a calendar, so there was a werewolf attack every month. So like, and there was like pictures coinciding with like the holiday season almost, you know, for each month of the year. So like, it all makes sense. So it began at the beginning of the year, New Year's Day, all the way to the very like last in December is when like the whole story ended. They didn't even talk about Corey Haim's character in the family until like mid-year of the thing Cycle of the Wolf. But I feel like somebody was just doing a bunch of cocaine, saw the word cycle, and was like, I got an idea.
Oh, I got an idea. Cycle, right?
Motorcycle of the Wolf, right? That's what they meant, right?
Yeah,
obviously. Motorized wheelchair.
Yes.
What?
How's he gonna get hurt? His legs are already fucked.
Yeah. Who gives a fuck if he scorpions off the bank? Who gives a shit? He already can't walk.
Yeah.
Rev him up. Put some nos on that bitch.
It's about family.
It's about family. He really is, though. Bro, I want to see.
Oh my God. It's a continuation.
In Fast 11, I need werewolves to enter the fucking franchise. I
Oh
need
my God. If werewolves
grizzled-
into the franchise?
Bro, because like this time he's graduated to a quadriplegic car instead of a motorcycle. Like,
Yeah. Fuck that, or an Iron Man suit, whatever.
All right. We're back. Let's get into it, guys. Let's get into this goofy ass movie. Because like the theme song threw me off. I was like, what are we watching? Like, what is this? What the fuck are we about to get into? Music was weird because it had like this wholesome family ties theme song tone, but with a horror undertone to it, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
That right then I should have known we about to get into some cheesy ass, goofy ass shit, bro. It's the spring of 1976. And I'm like, all right, we're doing another period of peace, baby. Let's get it on. It's Stephen King, baby. Like, look, he's done everything from The Shining to Stand on Me, bro. Like, sorry, Stand by Me, Stand on Me.
Stand on Me.
That's the porn parody.
It's a porn parody.
That's the S&M porn parody.
What do you think happens when you die?
The chick from the Mickey Mouse Club they're talking about just, just stepping on niggas. Yes. And it. All right. We're back. Sorry. So spring of 1976, dog. We're getting a narration from an older lady, Jan, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh no, because she keeps talking about Marty in the past tense.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man. It's like, oh no. So we got drunk ass Arnie, bro. He's out here working on the railroad tracks. Honest working, honest living. The type of living you can totally get shit faced and still work. I'm in.
I mean, yeah.
Why the fuck not? The security cameras? No, it's 1976,
like,
baby.
what? Okay, 76. I was like, all right, sure, whatever.
No. Big Brother isn't as present as it is now, brother. So like, he's drunk and fuck, just digging into like railroad tracks to make them more efficient. I don't know how it works. All right, I'm guessing.
I don't get it.
doesn't
Whatever,
matter.
sure. It's working.
Before we can figure out how this job even works, nigga, a werewolf pulls up and just steals this nigga head smooth off his fucking shoulders.
Like, no preamble.
Nope.
No like fanfare. Just.
And it's just like, and he knocked his head like a good 10 feet from his body, right?
Yeah, because it's
like,
a supernatural being.
Right. As one would. And niggas is like, well, judging from the stench of Jim Beam on his body and that his head's on a railroad track, I'm thinking railroad accident. He passed out on the tracks. Case closed. Which is fair. It's fucking fair.
Yes.
Honestly, bro, if a match would have fell on Arnie, his body would have just burned away.
But it's whatever.
I mean, granted, probably. Well, that's what I'm saying. He had to punch it smooth off his shoulders because there was no tears. He just
That's what I'm saying. Or there's there's no other injuries to his body. Like, so he just laid down on the tracks, neck first, and then shink.
It's happened. Unfortunately, it's happened. Unfortunately, I've seen things that's happened. People make little oopsie doodles, or they were just held down. Either way, Train got that ass.
We don't know nothing about this train. Quit talking about it.
It don't matter, guys. We cut back over to young Jane and her little brother Marty, bro. And Jane is kind of a bitch. Like she's in her teenage years, so she's like full of hormones and feelings and emotions. And she referred to Marty as her cross to bear. And I was like, what? And then that line sunk in a lot harder because I love how we get hit with a reveal. Because we got Marty and his homeboy, what's the little bastard's name?
Brady.
Fucking Brady. We got Marty and Brady out here like, coming up with little boy schemes. Brady's a little Loki, if you will, because he wants to get a little snake and do a little scan.
He knows how much I love snakes.
He's like, yeah, let's snake this bitch. This be awesome. And Jane's trying to find her brother because she's being sent to go fetch her brother. And like she sees the snake, freaks the fuck out because is Brady holding the snake up in the tree. And she's really upset because she falls down. And we see Marty finally pull up. We realize Marty ain't got no legs, bro. He's paralyzed.
Oh.
Twist. And I'm like, cross the bear, bro. Judging Jane immediately, like, relax.
Yeah.
Relax.
I was kind of like, does Stephen King had like a family member with a medical issue that just like he was responsible for? Because this thing keeps coming back over and over in all the movies and books I've seen so far.
Stephen was getting a lot of shit off his chest.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We get it. You have issues with fathers. You have issues with people who have medical issues beyond their control.
Yeah, like people who are like bedridden. But
Right.
then again, back in those days, I know like home health care was absolute ass.
Yeah, it's true.
Like mental health care is still ass to this day. Like we're not. There's a theme, but I'm pretty sure just like being the latchkey kid and just like hanging out with other people's families is like, yeah, don't go in that room back over there.
What do you mean by
Jessup's
that?
back there. What?
It's fine.
Just don't go back there.
Save yourself the nightmares.
And the smells. Jane busts her ass again because like Brady goes even further with it. And she falls and she gets her whole ass cheek wet in the puddle, nigga. Not cool. Now I'm back on her side.
No.
It's not good, bro. So she runs to the bushes to like, get herself situated because her drawers are soaked in mud. It's gross. Take care of that shit. So she's like, look, I gotta do what I gotta do. I'm not gonna lie. At the back of my head, I was like, I'm really afraid of how descriptive Stephen King might have been on that scene.
I was worried about this
Into
too.
the bushes. But instead of us getting weird with it, we're gonna talk about how crazy it was, how she witnesses a Maury Povich show in real time, in real life.
I wrote that down.
No shit.
I was like, oh, this Maury drama's coming to an head.
Yeah, it's like, it's your baby. That ain't my kid. I wish he looked
Ain't
off to
my
the side.
baby.
He didn't look directly into the camera and it just went black and white. That ain't my baby.
Hey, my baby.
She slept with a bunch of dudes.
I told her I just do it in a bat.
I told her I wanted butthole, but she didn't want to do that. He was an asshole. He was an absolute piece of shit though. He's like tough shit. Like she
That's your
scraped her
bun,
meat.
but that's your oven, but that ain't my bun. That's what he said.
Bro, it's pretty wild how he as if she, I don't know. He's like he left it like he dined and dashed on her, but with a baby. And he was just like, have a good life. Like, cause it's the 70s. She won't be able to track him if he leaves town.
Yeah.
There's no way to find him. He's gone. He's in the fucking wind. This is back when people had like 2 whole ass families.
Credit cards and credit scores were only introduced in the early 80s.
Yeah,
So
bro.
he's gone. He
He's
doesn't exist.
gone. He's gone. Like only 23andMe technology 40 years later is gonna track this fucking dad.
You're going to have to hire John Shaft to find this guy.
He dished the shit out of her, bro. So on the ride home, Jane is just giving Marty the business because he's super mad about her pantyhose and drawers getting all fucked up. And like the parents are like, yo, ease up on him. It's like, just because he's crippled? Fuck that. Fuck that.
Fuck.
Ableist much, bitch? Jesus.
I was saying.
Like, yo, I feel sorry for him because his legs are shit. And he's like, I'm in the car.
I'm still here.
Jesus, Jane. I thought this was going to be more of a thing. Thank God they kind of ease up
Yeah.
in the movie. I think even the producers were like, all right, I think
All right, we get it. We
got
get it, Steven. Jesus. All right, enough.
I think we're covered. So we transfer all our rage and energy to a good old drunk Uncle Red, who's he's on the outs again.
Yep.
He's on the outs again because this is his 3rd marriage. He blew up with his drinking, and I'm like, damn, man, like it has to be a mutual thing. It can't always be his fault until I find out who played him. I was like, oh, yeah, it's all his goddamn fault. So like we find out that Marty and Jane, they don't really hate each other, though, thank God, because Marty's a solid dude. He wheels up into his sister's room.
Are you asleep? Boom, boom, boom.
Sorry to wake you.
Sorry to wake you.
Just diesel fuel in the fucking room. Marty? Yeah. I'm sorry.
Here, let me shut it off. It's too loud. Let me shut it off.
They put on neutral and coast into your room.
You can't write that in here. It's an ATV. It's all terrain.
He pays her back. He pays her back. Puts a couple of dollars on her nightstand. It's like, hey, look, this will pay for your pantyhose. I'm sorry, like I couldn't stop him on the count of my legs. But she forgives him and promises to give him change back because $3 goes a long way back in 1976.
That's what I was saying. I was like, oh, it's almost enough to buy a whole meal for 4 people.
I also like how she like name dropped the brand. I remember these. They're called Legs, but they were in eggs.
Oh yeah.
I remember like a little kid in me was like, "Oh, these are Easter eggs." Like, no, they're not. Like, why did they make them look like? So
they kind of look like bullets to me because they had like a flat bottom, but then
did they? I can't. I barely remember them, and then like once I realized what was in them, I was like, I'm out, and I just left it.
Yeah,
I was like back to my Hot Wheels. I had very little to play with. I played with like clothespins.
No, that's what it was because I took the label off and I like wrote down "Death from Above," and I'm like,
nice.
Because sometimes you have to play with what you have.
No, back in the day, like, bro, when I found out Voltron had like actual like people action figures, because I had like a Voltron tank with nobody to put it in, and I didn't think they just made those toys, and then I found that they did, and I felt like I was like 20 something. I was pissed.
It's like, wait, there was a whole extra part.
There were people like I could have fucking
this thing moved.
Instead of imagining there was a dude in there, I could have had a dude.
What do you mean it flies? You mean it wasn't just like hanging it off of like window blinds and shit?
So ditched Prager's chick, she ain't doing too good. She's at her house, taking a big handful of unalive PM. Extra strength.
I did not write that one down.
Extra strength unalive. I know what I guarantee you might put this in your notes, and I was pleasantly surprised that they also put it in their notes later in the movie. I was like, she's trying to OD herself on pills, but here comes literally what tripped me out. The werewolf beelines to this bitch's window and prevents her from total damnation by peeling the bacon off her back.
God damn!
So he was tearing her ass up.
I was like, wait a minute. So there's physical evidence now that someone has been murdered by a maniac. Whatever.
No, there's no way. Because like I'm sitting here looking like, first of all, they don't hold back on the ass whooping that she went through. She got fucking mauled.
No.
And I felt bad for her. I was like, damn, bro. But also like it's not what she wanted. She wanted to leave, but not she didn't want a hard exit.
That's right. She wanted a quiet sailing off into the sunset.
She just wanted to slowly unplug from the wall, but this nigga was like, nah. Sledgehammer. Literally turned her ass the fuck up, bro. It was rough. I didn't like it. Shout out to the mom with a quality scream. Quality scream, but also shout out to the makeup effects department because like it's easy to act horrified seeing what was left on the bed, bro. I was getting Terrifier flashbacks. I was like, yo.
That's what I was thinking too. I was like, oh great, the wolf is still there trying to like playing with her inside the shit.
That'd have been rough. Honestly, with the way that this movie went, the wolf could have went back and got some iodine, fam.
Yeah.
Because it gets much crazier later, bro.
It's like, why?
Oh my God. So at the bar, right? We got some small town bullshit going on, right? Where I put in my notes, this is the Real Life Bravo channel. Like I was getting flashbacks of the Wolfman, where everyone's being really like messy at the bar.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Everybody's just talking shit. We got like some small town sass between the fat cop Pete and Andy, local bar bully, just getting into it back and forth, fam. And we cut back to Marty, who's like enjoying his gas powered motorcycle dog. He's cool. He's a cool kid. Because he's low key like styling on little Tammy, his little soon to be girl chick and shit. She's into it. She's like, oh, I love cars. He's like, bet. I got half one. And he
My Uncle Tesh's lawnmower motor to this wheelchair.
so they like he's escorting her home because they're driving by the horrific murder house of her neighbor, the chick who was slaughtered, because there's a wolfman sized hole in the fucking side of the house.
Had to have been a crazed maniac who just bursted here to the side of the fucking house, tore her to shreds, and then escaped.
80s cocaine was not stepped on as much as it is now, I guess, because it's pure that pure cocaine.
Or that's the reason why they think it's one guy. It's like, yeah, imagine like 1 8-ball did this.
Yeah. I was so excited for that boy, Marty, bro, because like Tammy really likes him. And she's chopping it up with fucking Marty, but here comes Alabama Dad for a cameo. And what nigga also, abusive fathers, check on a Stephen King.
Check on a Stephen King thing.
Shout out to South Park, because this nigga, the way he was calling his Tammy, bro, Tam.
Get back in the house.
This piece of shit. Bro, he said Timmy. Tim. I was like, bro, whoa. So, just so you know,
yeah,
that his number is up. Because she was like, I feel like I'd be hearing crazy ass noises in the greenhouse, right? Nobody thinks twice about it. And as like Tammy goes into the house, fucking her dad is like, fucking cripples. They should electrocute them all. I'm like, oh God.
Balance the budget.
Who has that line of logic?
How does that help?
How is that even, where are you at in your life where you're like, you know what'll save this economy? Murdering all the cripples. Like,
murdering all the cripples.
So we already know if he feels like that with them, then we know the sky's the limit with everybody else.
Yeah.
So we know that he's on the docket.
I'm like such a small town. Like, Jesus.
Bro, you know his time is near.
Let's electrocute all the cripples, but we got to get ready for church. Hang on.
Cut to, we finally meet good old Red. It's Gary Busey, y'all. Drunk as fuck, bro. They're like playing a game, right? What is it, playing like a little board game or some shit? What they doing?
No, they're playing poker, I thought.
Yeah, I don't know. It was some made up card game with cards.
I thought they were playing poker.
I don't know what they were doing because it was too. I don't know.
But he was like, "Let him finish the game," and I was like, "Isn't that from fucking Point Break?"
He was sauced up. And then like at that moment I realized, oh, every divorce is Red's fault. Every single divorce. You're not good at marriage. And like Marty's mom is like, yo, could you not like suck a bottle so hard in front of my son? Could you ease up a little bit? And they argue like, you think you can't save that boy from everything just because his legs don't work. I'm like, what? That's not what she said.
That's not what she said. No, she asked you not to be a bad influence on the one child who's definitely influenced by you.
Yeah, he thinks you're cool. Can you chill out?
Don't be a fucking douche about it.
Like, what? I didn't say anything about his capabilities, man. We cut back to Tammy's dad, who's just very obnoxious watching wrestling late at night. Like, good God, bro.
He's so horny right now.
He is so about it. Yeah, wreck him up.
Yeah, grab him, squeeze him. Yeah.
Hold him close.
I gotta finish my Jamaican beer.
Right?
Before anyone notices.
No.
Do not tell me those are not red stripes.
That's the last beer I expected him to have in his hand. I was shocked.
I'm just like, wait, what? So you're okay with this being inside of you, but like, I'm sure if a black folk came around, you'd be like, no.
They do have some. I think they did have Millers that were like that, that kind of bottle also though for a short period of time. Okay. So it could be a Miller, but deep down I want it to be a red stripe. I want really want shame.
It would totally make sense to be a red stripe. That's what it was. It was a red stripe.
He was rowdy as fuck, bro. And I love how he hears some noise in the greenhouse. immediately goes to the gun. Like he's been waiting. He's been waiting all his life.
Is that fucking Lincoln there smashing my pots again?
I got something for you. Blow that ass off with some rock salt.
I'm gonna blow this whole load in your ass. I'm gonna take this whole long, steely gun, get back to my wrestling filled with old men, and I'm gonna put this whole load in your ass.
He sees the busted pots in the shed, but like we don't realize that the wolf has mastered stealth.
Yeah.
And he's in that bitch with him, bro. And gnarly murder here. I wasn't ready for this, 'cause I thought it was gonna be like, wolf man shenanigans, but he breaks through like under the floor bar, right? Like what happens, Randy? Give me a quick breakdown on this.
All right. So like after unloading one of his loads on his pots and smashing things,
Weinstein style,
finished on a potted plant, he misses and he's trying to reload, but he looks down and he sees these glowing eyes in the floorboards below him, because apparently it's like a 2-story fucking greenhouse. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or like,
there's a basement.
I don't know how you get leverage on like pushing up through a ground level fucking wooded shack, I guess. And he grabs the guy and he pulls him back down, but breaking through the wood created like this kingpin-esque like stabby wood board. So like he just grabs him and pulls him through it, like
yeah.
So when the cops show up tomorrow, it's obvious that it was an accident and he fell.
Right.
Died.
Yeah, just the worst death of all.
Not a murder. Definitely just an accident. He went out there, shot his gun at something because he was drunk on red stripes, and the fact that he couldn't have sex with black men, and then he just like. And then he took another step on the loose floorboards and he killed himself.
Took a giant leap.
Took a giant leap
from the top of the fucking greenhouse.
He was reenacting the wrestling he was watching inside, fully erect, and then that's why he bled out so fast.
That was the irony. He's like, "This is not how I wanted this." Like when I said stir up my guts, and then they're like,
"No, I didn't want a full wood in my guts." No,
monkey paw. That was a monkey paw wish.
And the man in the black hat left, and was like, yep. We're done.
I just want a big piece of wood to stir my guts around. I was like, all right.
Oh,
gross.
Well,
but all right.
Wish granted.
Not like this. Jesus. He's dead. He's dead. I enjoyed it though, because I was like, it was a gruesome death. I was like, fuck that guy who's anti-cripple.
Really? Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy. So the town of Tarker's Mills is starting to take it a little serious now, because these are 3 crazy ass deaths that has happened. One dude head smooth off his shoulders, another chick bacon peeled smooth off her back and ass cheeks, and another dude penetrated in the greenhouse, nigga. Yep. So like everyone's trying to take their ass home and not be out so late.
Well, because the sheriff issued a curfew.
Yeah, and like because back in the day, these kids be out here in the wild. I remember in the 80s movies, kids just be out here, fans. 70s, they ain't giving. The fact that Grace Jones had to check you on TV and be like, where your kids at?
That's right.
It's like, oh, what, Grace Jones?
10 o'clock at night. Do you know where your children are?
It's like imagine having Post Malone ask you about parenting, nigga. Like, excuse me, nigga?
Sabrina Carpenter coming on TV. Like, where your babies at?
Billie Eilish, nigga.
Billie Eilish.
Where are your kids? What? What do you
mean?
Shut up. So she's like, she comes and gets Marty. Is like, we gotta go home. But Brady's like, nah, I'm enjoying this dope ass kite. Man, video games would have saved these kids' lives.
Oh, man.
Smash Bros. The first Smash Bros. would have saved that nigga's life, bro. But
Super Mario Brothers.
Brady's like, nah, this kite game is dope.
Well, because I'm sure video games existed, but the problem is they were
Pong.
Yeah. they were Pong, but it was also like there was a price tag attached to them. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah. These are the quarters. This kite's free. It's free 99, bro.
Yeah, this kite is wind and plastic.
I knew right when Marty stopped to do a slow motion turn to stare at his friend Brady. This nigga's dead. I was like, oh no, not Brady.
Not the asshole. I mean, what?
Right. Back at the drama bar, sponsored by Bravo. Andy Andy is still just like going after Pete, just shitting on the force of the cops. Like, y'all out here just let niggas get murdered and heads smacked around and shit. The cops are trash, especially your fat ass. And Pete's like, enough.
I was like, you're pretty sure he's not gonna pull this gun on you.
Yeah, like you're really
'cause
pushing.
He still has a gun. Like
you're in a small town. You could just disappear on a fishing trip, bro.
I mean, there's nothing that's like, all right, fine. Yeah, I'm arresting you for like drunk. What is it? Public intoxication.
Yep. Yeah, he can flip the script on him, dog. Disorderly conduct.
Disorderly conduct and public intoxication.
So like, here comes this really like clean cut, posh looking, creepy man. He looks like straight John Waters.
He does. Yeah.
This guy comes in. He's like, has anyone seen my son, Brady? Succulent Chinese meat.
My succulent son.
Get your hands off my fetus. No, he comes in all serious and shit. And I'm like, oh no, we're going to see this straight-laced dude not be okay in a few minutes, bro. No. We cut to goddamn Sheriff, what's his last name? It was Joe. First name was Joe. I remember.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? That's the Scarface guy from Lost.
Oh, that's what? Oh, okay. That's why he looked familiar.
He looked hella familiar, yeah. Like his old boy from Lost. The evil guy. I didn't watch Lost. I just know he had a scar on his face and he was a badass. But yeah, he's at the crime scene and all he can hold is just this damp ass, bloody ass kite. And I'm like, Brady never stood a chance. Behind the scenes, funny story. So the director, they didn't give a fuck. They were gonna show, it wasn't a choice of like, oh, we can't show the dead baby. No. Nah. They had a prop prepared for the dead baby. They were ready.
I mean, is this before or after Pet Sematary? Because I'm like, if he gave us the impression that a toddler was going to get killed by a fucking semi, I'm sure a dead child werewolf attack is totally within the realm.
Oh, remember the casket that got knocked over? Yeah, he don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
He don't give a fuck. So like they were totally ready to show this like mauled up baby, but like they had a mannequin that looked like utter trash, and the director's like, I can't film that. It's not going to work. It's not going to work at all. And straight John Waters is like, yo, I could give you what you need. Just don't show the fucking kid.
Yeah.
And we cut to the lamentation of Herb, nigga.
In my brain.
Bro, hey, because at first you're like, I saw Craven. So there's many choices you could have had about being upset about something. And like, this guy made the right choices.
There you go.
What's that? The fuck was that? What the fuck was that? Sorry, I know I'm jumping the gun. Craven and reviews coming in a bit, but what the fuck? Fuck was that? Moving on.
That was the face he chose.
But the opposite. The opposite. If you want to see how to lamentate your baby, check out straight John Waters, aka Herb, nigga, going through it, bro. It's funeral time. Red really wants to take a good little swig during the funeral service, fam, and I don't blame him. It's a dead baby. It's a dead baby funeral.
Yeah, but he's gonna make an effort. He was told, and like he looks at Marty and is like, "Yeah, I'm gonna make an effort to try and be better today."
Yeah,
just for him.
I'll do this in the bathroom.
I'll snort my coke in the bathroom
with some decency.
Sadness.
So he's like, look, I'm gonna go take Marty home so we can chop this up and talk about it. So have a man-to-man conversation about how your homeboy is no longer with you and shit. And like Marty there's really not. I don't know how he would come up with this, but he's like, I think it's a werewolf. And I'm like, based on what?
So Tammy told him about the growling near her shed where Tammy's dad died.
Mm-hmm.
There's a giant fucking hole inside of Preggers McGee's house.
This is also
true.
There's
not a burglar. Yeah. he drives around a lot, so he probably saw the exploded body on the train tracks, and we were like, I guess a train could do this, but didn't have to hit the whole body.
You know what? Also, to be fair, it is after a full moon. I'm sure everyone kind of makes a mental note that this has been happening on a monthly basis.
Right.
And it's after a full moon. So that is fair. But like Red is like, nigga, shut up.
He's like, what? He just didn't want to believe that his friend was killed by just an ordinary person. Like, it didn't. He wanted it to be extraordinary.
Yeah, he's like, psychos love full moons. It's a thing. It's a legit thing. Shit goes crazy when full moons are out.
The term lunatic comes from somewhere.
Yeah. It is an interesting thing to think about, that is kind of a thing. But so Andy and company, they had enough. We're a small town. Yeah. We're losing people left and right. Let's form a policy.
That's right.
We should have been
we normally do this anyway, but you know.
But this
time it'll be for something good.
Yeah, this time we got black people included in the posse. It's a combined effort. We're joining forces. Bloods and Crips together.
How come you never with us here, Red? Well, I can think of a few reasons.
All my divorces weren't bad. But the sheriff is like, hey, I remember the last time y'all did this.
Yeah. Listen.
Sheriff Joe was like, nah.
No
more.
No.
Y'all did it. Yeah. Y'all had private justice that one time. I wanted them to say street justice.
If I get another mother from Chicago coming down here and getting all pissed off at us, you motherfuckers are going to have to pay for it.
Wow. You know what? I'll allow it. That was inside baseball enough to where if you know, you know. If you don't, then just keep it moving and learn. Read a book because they're gonna erase that too. Him erasing everything else.
Yeah.
Fuck. Right. The fact that Enola Gay got hit is like.
I thought about it. I was like, but that's just those websites. It's on the internet. It exists. The Wayback Machine still exists.
No, we have it. We have it, but also
exists.
We need to make sure
You could try and erase it, but that idea and those concepts and those stories, as long as someone just keeps repeating them, they'll continue.
I might actually start donating to Wikipedia, nigga. Like,
yeah,
I used to scoff at that. Now I'm like, nah, here's $100. Nigga.
That's fine. And like, their recorded history is not as long as history itself. There's still history before recorded history, and then just keep it in your minds. Keep it in your hearts, folks. That's all.
I know, but I don't want to have to have a minor in black education to be able to keep my son up to breast of what's going on.
That's why I was going to get a book.
This is about. I'm about to hire Morgan Freeman on Cameo. Nigga, to
yeah. Read me this.
Read this.
Read this,
please.
Him or that white guy who does a really good Morgan Freeman impression.
Yeah. That's what I'll do.
Yeah.
That's right, because I ain't got that kind of money. Yeah, I get that guy that does a good impression of Morgan Freeman. Have you heard about the Schmoo? What's funny is I'm doing Sean Connery. He do it.
Let's shoot this motherfucker right here. And we all get back to work.
Oh, fuck. So, but he's like, yeah, bro, y'all looking like a lynch mob, dog. I don't like this shit. Y'all need to calm the fuck down. Right? And Herb is like, oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah?
Still in the same brown suit.
Black armband.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's
holding the bloody kite.
He's like, look here, bro. You ever had your baby knocked into 15 different pieces, nigga? Looking like leftover church's chicken?
To pieces!
You go up to the cemetery from Salem's Lot. Seriously, that is the cemetery.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
you go to this other franchise adjacent area in this story made by Stephen King. You go over there and you look at my boy who looks like a leftover 3-piece nugget meal, nigga, and you tell him this shit.
No one can find my 7-foot cousin. He would be able to fix this.
It's hard to argue that. The whole bar is like neighborhood, and they go out, nigga. And they play the music that they played at the end of Dawn of the Dead when the old boy started whooping up on these zombies. There was this weird military shit going on, and the reverends there like, whoa, please, don't do this, guys.
Please
You don't know what's
stop.
gonna happen. I'm just a reverend. This is
Trying to be the arbiter of peace around here.
Please don't do this. I know my sermon was hot trash, trying to find the words to console you about a dead baby. I didn't pick good words.
No.
My sermon choice was iffy at best, but
It almost sounded like a confession.
almost. But also the writing is kind of weird from spots, so you let it slide.
Yeah, whatever.
And I did. Did that tip you off? Did that sermon tip you off at all? Because it didn't for me.
It kinda, because he said the monster's face will be revealed, and the monster's truth will be, or something like that. The monster will be shown into the light.
It was a weird, but I was just like, this is bad writing. But he's not good at sermons.
And I was like, oh, that's weird.
I put on my notes.
Why would you use the word monster? Like the Bible wouldn't say that.
Yeah.
It would say demon.
Demon. Yeah, it was weird. It was weird. It was weird. So they're out in the woods. And I'm like, why? Because like there was no like scent or trail, if you will. They just picked a spot to just be at.
It literally was like woods. You guys go north, we'll go west. That leaves south and east for tomorrow.
Like what? A nigga gets caught in a bear trap. I was triggered. I was triggered. I've been playing Out Resident Evil 4 on Twitch, and I was livid.
I was just like, so there's bears out here too? They're like, oh my God. Jesus.
Bro, niggas just out in the woods, bro. Then it gets foggy, and I'm like, oh, we waist deep fog in the night woods. And I'm like, y'all done fucked up.
Nope.
Y'all done fucked up now.
We're coming back another day, guys. We're coming back another day. Yeah.
They hear growling, and a black dude gets shoryuken from the mist, nigga. There's no other way to explain what happened to this nigga, dog. He flies like this, 30 feet, because he got full extension from the ground and hits that tree. Just
Why, Lord?
I mean, honestly, he had it lucky. Because, like, shout out to the strength of that. That dude's a metahuman. The black dude that got Shoryuken's a metahuman. Because, like, based on what happened to Arnie, he should have exploded in half.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, wait, did he die? I don't think he died. I
I'm
think
not
he
sure
got hurt.
died. Oh, he got hurt.
He's hurt. He's not dead, though.
He could be related to the nigga from the Green Mile. That could have been his cousin.
That's what it is.
So, like, this other guy's like, guys, I think we should leave.
Only my shining powers protected me on this one.
That nigga gets reached up from underneath, dog, and gets his face. Because like, he gets pulled down. And I'm like, all right, he's dead. He's not going to come back. He comes back up as a Muppet. I'm just like, oh, shit. I was like, oh, fuck. Shout out to the one black dude who fucking gunned it home, dog. He survived. I thought he died. Because I had to play it back. I was frantically taking notes. He got the fuck out of there, bro. He was like, nope.
Not for me. Not for me.
No liking could catch that nigga, bro. But there was one guy who always had this baseball bat.
Oh, the Peacemaker.
The Peacemaker.
Peacemaker.
Surely this dude will be fine. We saw Halloween. This type of character does just fine.
Yeah.
Nah.
He's not going to gather a whole group of criminals and try to rob a bank. And
evil dies tonight.
Yeah.
But what happens to this guy? What happens to old Batman?
Well, let's see. Poor Batman. I think he tries. He at least tries to fight a werewolf with a baseball bat. But the Peacemaker was torn from him, broken in half, and then he becomes a vampire. Stabbed repeatedly with this giant toothpick.
Let me tell you something, bro. The fact that the werewolf took the bat and Uno reverse card the baseball bat on that nigga took this movie to a whole nother level, nigga. I was like, I think I'm enjoying this. Because it's low-key silly as fuck. but it's hilarious, nigga. Cut to triple funeral time, nigga.
I was
Yeah,
four
this-
caskets, I thought.
Was it for
Yeah.
enter quadruple funeral time, guys?
What the fuck?
Bro, it's caskets on caskets on caskets. We ain't got look. We still gotta have church service this Sunday. We can't.
Yeah,
We can only afford
we
one
put them
funeral
all on
proce-
Saturday. We're gonna do the funeral. We're gonna do regular service on Sunday. That's what happens.
Yeah, like we can't have 15 funeral processions in this small town, nigga. Well, no, everybody knows
Everyone-
everybody.
Yeah.
Let's pull the money together. Funeral director's like, yeah.
What a shame.
Oh fuck.
So many
Four-
$2,000 caskets being sold.
4 of them, huh? Oh.
What a shame. It would be terrible if more people died.
He knows who it is.
Yeah.
And he just sends some letters of encouragement. Keep it up, champ.
Keep it up, champ.
I love you.
Smiley emoji. More ransom letters and shit.
Yeah, but it's just all nice. Just hearts.
You're doing great. It's from Playboy magazines. They're just like written.
Like a
Does this
$20
make
bill.
you go 40? No.
There's like a $20 bill in there.
Yeah.
There's like bacon bits in there. Like no, was it bacon bites? Was that shit? Bacon strips. Bacon strips. There's a packet of bacon strips in there. I love you, bro.
Love you.
Keep it up. You're the goodest. You're the goodest boy. I like everybody singing in church, and Reverend's like, I can't do it. Like I don't have words of comfort. There's so many caskets. I don't know how to. I can't. There's no sermon. And you saw me just eat my dick at the last funeral yesterday, nigga. I don't.
That was for a baby. These are whole people. I don't know what to do.
I don't have enough scriptures for this. What book can I resort to? Revelations?
Where? Where do I look? There's no chapter under murders.
Oh, there is, but not wolf murders.
No wolf murders.
What wolf murders on
What wolf murders?
the But Herb's in the crowd like private justice. I'm like, what? And Rev is scrambling, bro. And then I realized, oh, it's a dream sequence because the entire town. Also, I did check the time because I was like, this would be a Stephen King twist where the whole town is just werewolves and they're just mad that one werewolf is out acting out of pocket.
I wrote down, okay, if the FBI doesn't show up now, the town is being sacrificed by the U.S. government. There's no, there's no other way around
this
it.
is Stephen King, man. Oh, by the way, you ever watch Midnight Mass?
No, I haven't been. I know.
Do it. It's fucking fantastic.
Is it better than this?
Oh, but nigga, when I tell you it's leagues and fathoms,
Okay.
but this is just fun bullshit.
All right.
Midnight Mass is like, oh, we're here.
Yeah.
Excellent acting. Reverend's way cooler in that one. So Herb is like private justice, nigga. Everybody's scrambling. Everybody's turning to werewolves, whatever. One nigga's going ham on the piano. I was like, all right, somebody's gonna wake up.
Right.
Because watching a werewolf just slamming on an organ fan was wild. It's a dream.
Like a vampire playing guitar on a body.
or a slasher with a guitar drill murdering
Yeah.
people. Who knows? So like, thank God it was a dream. But you know, that boy Marty's salty. Because his sister Jane comes up. He's just pissy because he's like, oh, Jane got her tits out like she's the only bitch in the world that got tits. Nobody gives a fuck. He's like, whoa. Red's like, whoa. Sound like your old uncle here. What's going on, bro? What's wrong? He's like, my homeboy's dead. The one chick who was in the cripple dudes is gone. I'm
Moved.
I'm bummed. I'm sad, bro. I got nothing. Oh, and the fair's canceled, nigga. The 4th of July fair, fucked. It's trash.
No. Oh, baby.
And that nigga's like, check this out, bro. I got something to cheer your ass up, nigga. I know this motorized wheelchair is already insane. Because you can go like 10 miles per hour in that wheelchair. That's wild, right? Yeah. But check this out, nigga. And he shows him The Silver Bullet Mark II, nigga. It's a
Pulsar
it's,
blast.
it's a motorcycle. It's a full-fledged motorcycle, but it's also a wheelchair. And what's funny is like when I was looking up, I was like Googling Silver Bullet like before we watched the movie, and I see the motorcycle, but my eyes barely looked at it to realize that it's a wheelchair. I was just like, okay, there's a motorcycle, whatever. I keep it moving, and then it hit me, and I'm just like, what are we watching? What are we watching? And he gets it for a test drive. This fucking thing can go. Smash cut to a montage of this nigga just whizzing past a car. And I'm like, there's no helmet. I guess he doesn't need it because, again, if he scorpions off
If
he's just gonna
he dies.
Just finish the job God started. Yeah. But I was like, bro, what the fuck? But then he pops a wheelie. He has so much confidence. I'm like, this is just crazy. He's like, yo, this is really fast. He's like, don't let your parents know. First of all, poo-poo on the parents not hearing a fucking Hemi go off in the fucking front lawn. Why are we sneaking around this?
American muscle.
American muscle. It literally sounded like the shit from fucking last movie, bro. I'm like, God damn, Red. Then he's like, yeah, isn't that cool? Also, I got you something. Here's where I thought, as a responsible father, here's the helmet part. He kept saying, you got to slow down, right? You got to slow down, relax. Yeah. I was like, okay, the helmet is in the paper bag. Nah, nigga, it's a bunch of motherfucking fireworks, nigga. I'm like, God. Here's your 4th of July right here. Yeah, hide these also. Don't tell your mom.
This is the era of lawn darts.
Yeah, seriously, bro. Like, fuck it. Like, why just blow the legs off, nigga, since you ain't using them?
Yeah.
Jesus. Oh, I did put in my notes. He's gonna double paralyze his kid. Oh my God, so many fireworks, nigga. Woo! So later that night, upper body strength is crazy on kids in wheelchairs, nigga. This nigga does a reverse salmon ladder down to
his fucking to his Dodge Charger.
I'm like, you're gonna wake your parents up. There's no way. You can't walk your motorcycle out to the road.
Like, just wheel it out towards the street, then start it up.
Oh, I'm like, you're gonna wake him up.
Somebody turned on a tractor? What the fuck's out there?
This nigga choose to go night riding, even though his fucking best friend was turned into like a tomato paste.
Well, okay, because it's grief driving, right? He's John Wicking it.
he's Rocky Ford it?
Yeah. There's no easy way out. Your friend is dead.
They just keep cutting to Arnie getting his head punched off in slow motion with sweat coming off his
no. Brady with the kite and shit, like.
That black dude, they keep cutting to him getting punched. Oh, there's no easy way. I do like how American. This is like 80s American movie right here, man. Oh yeah. You got a kid in a souped up motorcycle wheelchair, nigga, on a bridge with a bunch of fireworks. He hits the lights. He's like, "This is for the good guys." I don't know why that got me. Bro.
I got it. I was like, this almost kind of, that's sweet.
It was
He's lighting him off for his buddy, right?
Yeah, like I really like. I don't know why that little did something for me, bro. This is for the good guys. He's just enjoying himself,
right?
And we get Wolf Cam. I'm like, oh no, because I remember Jane keep talking about this nigga in the past tense. Mm-hmm. I was like, damn, he's riding high. All his friends are gone. He's doing a in memoriam fireworks show on a bridge. He got the greatest gift that he can ever get, nigga. He's about to touch the sun. And this world was about to toss this nigga up and just fuck him up, bro. Like, just hold him by his legs, and it's gonna be embarrassing. What happens instead?
Well, because the fireworks weren't meant as just entertainment. They were meant as ammunition for the literal armored vehicle he has now. So not only does it go highway speeds, he has now rockets.
Yeah. He told you.
Yeah.
He did like this one right here. This is the rocket.
This is the rocket.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
You okay, Uncle Red? No.
No. So first you got to empty a whole bottle of Jim Beam, and then you put the stick in the hole. Sometimes it takes you a few times, Tato.
Jesus Christ. Sometimes you need laser focus to get what you need. Like, what? Red, what's happening?
You got a pilot's license because this thing's as fast as an F-14.
Hope you got a passport.
Oh, we got a passport. Why? I couldn't build a canopy. That'd kill you.
Yeah, right? Yeah. You know, he thought about it too. He had a lot of trepidation, like the canopy could kill this kid.
The canopy could kill a kid. That's fine.
We gotta beat this open road, baby. Gotta let the wind hit him. Here's a better chance without it.
I got this helmet from my friend Sundown. Here you go. You can have it.
It was Sundown's brother who was the incident. His wife's called Sundown because he didn't make it out of the town, bro. He was
Because the werewolf attacks.
I will never forgive that was his name. I'll never forgive it. Oh shit. Yeah, what happens with the werewolf, bro?
Oh, so the werewolf sees him on the bridge lighting fireworks, and Marty sees the werewolf. Full-fledged, dick out, werewolf.
Yeah.
And he's like, he grabs the rocket, the Sidewinder missile that his uncle gave him, and he lights it, and shit hits the werewolf in the eye and explodes.
Fucks his shit.
Fucks his shit right up.
Fucks his werewolf shit.
And then as soon as the werewolf gets his bearings again, he's already gone.
Oh, yeah,
because the F-14 he was in is already down the road.
All there is just fuselage left over, nigga. Like that shit.
All he hears is the sonic boom of the silver bullet leaving.
Just the smoke ring. You see the O-ring.
Smoke rings.
The O-ring of where the fucking motorcycle used to be. Woo!
Tom Cruise is in the corner just jerking himself off. Oh man, that's so fast.
Oh fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. So he tells Red immediately, bro. And Red is like, shut the fuck up.
What the fuck?
He tells Jane, Jane's like, I believe you. Like, I know when you're full of shit, because but Brady's gone. Like, you have no reason to lie. Like, I know something's up. I know something's going on. And he's like, all you gotta do is look for somebody with one eye in this bitch.
Yeah.
That's how we'll know who the werewolf
It's
is.
a small town of 500 people, so eventually you're gonna run across
It'll
somebody.
take you a day.
Just walk around, ask all the men, because you're growing as a woman, they'll probably see you, and then you just find them.
I was low-key concerned about her in this scenario because she was like
I
gonna
was
collect bottles.
100% concerned.
Yeah, I was really worried because she's gonna go like she makes up a side mission to collect bottles for the church, for medical supplies, right? So she's going like house to house, and they had like these really cool shots where you like they open the door and you see one eye and it's like up tight. What's going on? What's up?
Also
Jane?
annoyed at the first house she goes to, the black house.
She went straight to the black house. There were old black people too.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, this is the werewolf.
Now, if one of the victims was on a pit, slow roasting for 17 hours, and sure, let's go to the old black house.
Different, yeah, let's go to the black house.
Oh my God, Jenny's
One of
falling
the
off
victims
the
was buried underneath a bunch of banana leaves and shit. Then go ask the Mexicans. But
cooking them gacho style with the body in a tandoori pot.
how was it? Was the meat delicious?
How flavorful was the victim?
Honestly, it looked like someone just tore it apart raw. It's obviously a white
It was a
person.
white man. It looked like a dry seafood boil. Oh God, it was one of us.
Yep, it's one of us. Knew it.
Oh my God. It's almost like they took it out of the package and just started cooking it. Oh my God.
It looked like blood and ramen.
There was dry spaghetti sticks and cheese on it too. It was like, oh no.
Oh no, it was a person of high value. Hang on. Someone of high esteem in the community.
It was the mayor's wife. It's like,
It's the mayor's wife.
We gotta stop.
We all know Margaret can't cook for shit.
That's why we tell her to bring wine. This is the best foray into Tangent City. Thank you, Adrian. God damn it.
Thank you.
So yeah, she's like, getting bottles and getting clues. Even there's one nigga with a towel on his face, and she's like, "Fuck it, I'll use jailbait's law to fucking get in this guy's face." But I love how he was. 'Cause I was afraid of his reaction to having the barber towel taken off of his face by her. But thank God it was Ron Swanson. He was not into it.
Yeah, he's like, what
I'm
are
gonna
you
just
talking
get the fuck out of my face and leave me alone.
Child, leave me alone, child.
Put the towel back on my face so I can rest, child. I'm like, all right, thank you, thank God. But she goes to the church to drop off the bottles. We get a really good camera reveal because I wasn't, you know what? I honestly, I wasn't 100% sure that it was the Reverend.
After the nightmare scene, I was like 90% sure it was him.
The nightmare scene, I was like, maybe, but also he was trying to stop them from like doing it.
No, that scene made me think he was being overtaken by the wolf.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, okay, so that's the interpretation I got from the scene was you're being overcome by the wolf.
Okay.
You're the wolf. Okay.
Well, but they still like they had to give it to us because we had nothing to go on. Like they didn't do anything else obvious. So like good on them, right? So we get this cool camera pan where like he's in the shot and then they slowly go and then you see that fresh bandage. You're like, oh no. And then she goes into the fucking bottle storage area and it smells like dog ass.
Mm-hmm.
And then she sees the broken piece of the peacemaker with a little bit of man face on it. And then he comes in like, what's going on? What's up? You good? How about you go inside and cool off in the parlor? And she's like, ugh. Or how about a cold drink? All of it sounds creepy and
really
terrifying
worse.
now.
Yeah.
I want you to know that you may have murdered several people. Like anything you say is.
All of this language is problematic just for a priest to say. But
well, she's a little girl. She's safe.
Oh.
If we're going off of motives, I'm going off of precedent. Moving on. But she gets the fuck up out of there, and the Reverend's like, "Say hey to your brother for me." And I was like, "Uh-oh." He put it all together like that, and I was like, "This isn't good, bro. This isn't good." And shout out to Jane because she asked the first legitimate question when she sees her brother. What the fuck are we gonna do?
Yeah.
What the fuck are we gonna do? Like, yeah, okay, so we know it's him.
We know he's a werewolf.
Now what? Now what?
Let's see. Well, the only way to get him to come out in the open is for him to make a mistake. I got it. We'll send kidnapping letters to him.
Yeah.
Death threats that tells him. No, wait. I'm sorry. Not death threats. Just letters that say, kill yourself.
Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, healthy laughs. Ransom note style letters. I know who you are. I know what you did. Go kill yourself. And then like to find out that he sends a string of letters for a month to this lady. And like all you do is just see a reverend who looks like, honestly, the letters pushed him further to the edge because he was always clean shaven, but now he looks like Nick Fury from the old comics because he has his 5 o'clock shadow in his eye patch. And then it hit me. This is that crazy nigga with the gimp suit from People Under the Stairs.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, oh no. I was like, they're in danger. If I'd have known that was him earlier, I'd have been like, no, he did it. I'd be like, it's him. Gimp suit with the shotgun and crazy dog. He's a werewolf guy, but he's pissed off. He also he's a straight up reverend, bro. You tell him to kill himself. It's a sin, baby.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
What?
Because this isn't the last. I was like, there was a movie that I was trying to think like they were both kind of in like the same area, but it wasn't. It was. He was the bad guy in Under Siege 2, and Gary Busey was the bad guy in Under Siege 1. Nice. And that's what like my brain was like.
Nice.
It was like, oh, that makes more sense.
Red finds out that his niece and nephew have been sending suicide demands to the local reverend, and his reaction is, "Mwah."
What the fuck is your problem?
He is, what the fuck? Like, he's like, Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, we're getting pure Gary Busey scenery chewing reactions to this. It's some wild shit.
Like,
He's stressed. He's stressed the fuck out, bro. And he's like, bro, y'all gotta chill. But thank God, I guess, that the Rev tries to do something unconventional to shut down Marty. Marty's riding in a Silver Bullet, all-terrain vehicle, fam. And then the Rev tries to run this nigga off the road, bro. And he trades paint with this motherfucker. That's how sturdy this motorcycle is, sir.
He built it. Like, it's an F-14. It was a whole ass, it was designed for war.
Bro, it got checked by a motor vehicle and withstood the damage. It didn't get like shut down or nothing.
No.
It's a crazy chase, and he finds like this. I don't know what this is called, but it's the bridge from the bridges of Madison County, right?
This is the bridge that killed the people in Beetlejuice. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. So he's stuck in there, and thank God, this is the only time I've seen somebody by the last name Zimmerman save a child.
Yep, that's fair.
Sorry, but he calls.
History. No.
I know. We're here. Yep. So he calls for help and shit, and like the Reverend bugs the fuck out because he's like, oh, I can't kill it. He was gonna murder him, but he also admits that he is indeed the wolf and that he killed old girl because she was gonna kill herself anyway, and he saved her from going to hell by tearing her back off.
And the other two murders?
He yada yada's that, Randy. It doesn't matter. She's in heaven.
The other two murders? We just gotta walk over those?
No.
What moitas? What werewolf moitas?
We'll focus on the she's in heaven. She's in heaven now. Hopefully they don't look like how they look when they die, because that's
the other, wait, not two, the other 8 murders so far.
Yeah, no, we'll yada yada that. Sad part is there's nowhere to put the angel wings on that chick's back in heaven because her back is gone.
Yeah.
They're like, just hold him. Just hold him on your arm. Okay. So thank God that the Reverend tried to do attempted homicide, because now we have connective tissue for the real world for them to do some investigation. Red sees the fucking, the dent in the fucking the car side.
Oh my God. You'd have to really take some damage for this fender to even be bent. I made it out of vibranium.
So he goes to Sheriff Joe and he shows him what's going on. He doesn't know what the deal is. Sheriff Joe goes to do the job. He sees that the paint has indeed traded on this vehicle, and it's too late because here comes fucking Rev already on I'm gonna murder this cop immediately mode. Wasn't ready for the baseball hit to the fucking head squib. I wasn't ready for that.
I was like, wait, what happened to his fucking head?
Blew his head open with the bat. I was like, whoa. There was no need to like let him marinate in his CTE, fam.
Look at me as I turn into a wolf.
It was already, just do it again. Like, he hit him, and like he honestly, he doesn't hear anything he said to him.
No.
Whatever the Reverend was saying.
Ringing that's in his ears as his blood as his mouth fills with blood. Nothing is registering right now.
All his brain hears is the sonic drowning noise, nigga, as he
the countdown as it like close to the end.
Yeah, he's fucked. He's dead. Oh, cop is dead, bro.
Again, right now, a police officer's been murdered. There have been at least 9 attacks.
So Red is like kind of sort of like, because they're like, look, the cop is gone, bro. We sent him to go look. He's not back. Something's up, Red. And Red's like, all right, I guess we can make a silver bullet. Immediately, the children's like, here's my pendant. Here's my medallion. Like, made of pure silver from James Avery. Please melt this shit down. And like, he just so happens to find the greatest craftsman in the gun shop. whatever. Like,
Whatever.
at this point, who gives a fuck? Like, I just said okay.
I was like, so where'd you go? The Dark Tower? Somebody, the gunslinger? Is that who you found?
Bro, the fact he was an old world scrapman. I was like, I don't care. Just make the bullet.
I was like, bullshit.
He does it really quick too, and he's like, yeah, it's perfect. I made sure to like, and I'm terrified because I'm like, oh fuck, it's only one bullet. The book even was like, we'll do two.
Yeah.
Just in case somebody does something really fucking dumb later in the movie. We'll make two.
Why not grab a box of bullets too and one silver bullet?
Yeah.
It won't kill it, but it might slow it down.
Might slow it down a tad. I mean, if a fucking firecracker could shut him down for a couple of minutes, I'm pretty sure, it's extra shotgun on standby.
357 Magnum might do the same thing.
Yeah, whatever was before a Desert Eagle, nigga, a Tundra Swallow, whatever the fuck they had.
Oh, they had the 45 Magnum, the
You're right,
Dirty Harry gun.
The Dirty Harry gun. They had that. That would have slowed them down. But it's Halloween time, guys. We changed the timelines, and cut out some murders from the Cycle of the Werewolf because let's end it on Halloween. It makes more sense. Yeah. Red was like he formulates a plan to where honestly, anytime a trusted guardian who could watch my kids is like, hey, you want to just like go out on town and like be free of your children for a weekend? They're gonna jump at the opportunity.
Yeah.
Especially if you trust them. Especially if you trust them. And they barely trust Red. They're like, we haven't had a time to ourselves in a while. Go ahead. What's the worst you can do?
I felt like they didn't trust Red so much that he knew that like they're never gonna let me just leave or like be by myself with the kids. So they're like, give them no choice. I have these 2 tickets to New York that I won in a contest. There you go.
Don't want to waste this money, right?
Don't want to waste it.
So they go.
Yeah.
They go. And like they're kind of, the whole plan is to like survive the night because it's a full moon tonight. Just survive the night, be ready, have the silver bullet ready, right? And it's 3 a.m. and he's like, I don't think he's pulling up. But it's like, let's wait till sunrise before we decide to do some stupid shit.
Wait till the moon is down.
This nigga takes the gun and takes the bullet out of the gun, and I'm like, Then the lights go out, and he's like, it could just be a nigga. Stop it?
It's probably just a fuse. The whole house? One fuse?
The entire house? Right about the time we're waiting for a werewolf to come through? Are you serious? You know what? And I'm glad. Because this is what Gary Busey gets. This is what Red gets. Because like the wolf busts through the fucking house, bro, and just starts to
Kool-Aid.
Shout out to Gary Busey doing his own stunts. He did get fucked up. He got cut really bad on that fake mirror. But that nigga basically Hulk v. Loki'd his ass all over that house, bro. And the bullet, surprise, surprise, flies out of his hands. And I don't know what kind of houses are these. These houses that have little like crawl space vents. Mm-hmm. And it falls in there. And I'm just like, fuck. So they're scrambling for the bullet. It's a good thing. I guess like when Daredevil loses his eyesight, his hearing and shit gets good, right? But then like if you lose your legs, boy, you can aim. You become Hawkeye.
You become Hawkeye. Right.
I guess because your arm strength, your hands are hella steady, so you can like handle the recoil. Either way, they gather the gun and the bullet while Gary Busey is getting his ass beat during this whole sequence, fam. And they get the gun and the bullet together. And in the book, he at least has to shoot him twice.
Yeah.
But in the movie, nah, this kid, bro.
Got him.
If you could steer a motorcycle, you could steer a gun. And he just shoots him right in.
He's already a pilot. He already shot a rocket at it.
I just love how he just like he shoots him in the other eye hole. And now he's just blind.
Straight to hell. So you'll never see the devil coming.
Bro, it was kind of cool though, because like he followed. I like the D Wolf effect that we were robbed of from the Wolfman, right? Like we get it, and it looks pretty impressive. Really the wolf suit, like we see the wolf in like full regalia, not too bad.
Yeah,
not too bad. Yeah, I've seen worse.
I have seen worse. Marvel. The fuck did you do, bro? What
So
did you do? That was like, this will be fine. No one's going to question it. There are so many werewolf movies that did a wolf suit so much better.
brutal. But not wrong. So like, he's butt naked with two holes in his head. But we still got to get that Michael Myers jump scare where he's like, "Bro, I'm naked." I ain't gonna lie. Butt naked, no eye, bloody man, scarier than werewolf.
Yeah.
And like, I would have beat him because everyone's like, "Don't worry, he's dead." I would have double, quadruple tapped that corpse, nigga.
That's what I was saying. It's like, why did you You had a whole gun. Fill the gun with bullets.
Yeah, he's human now. Shoot him more.
Shoot him more.
But no, it's over. And then like we get the voiceover again, and like it's old Jane. She's like, "Yep, I love you, Marty. I never told you enough." I'm like, after all that,
That was it. Yeah.
the fuck, bitch. And then that was the movie. The end.
Marty died in a drone accident in 2003.
No, Stephen King. No, Stephen King is like it would have been sleep apnea 4 years later. Like you survived this whole werewolf attack, but you're gonna just die by the most mundane occurrence.
What? Marty choked on a ham sandwich. The end.
At the age of 35.
At the age of 35.
He left. He got back with Tammy. Yeah, he got back with Tammy. Got married. Died eating a ham sandwich on the honeymoon. Like,
he leaves behind his 7 children and 3 ex-wives, following the footsteps of his Uncle Red.
Red lived to be 98.
Red lived to be 98.
He sobered up, lived to be 98 years old. Whatever. That's the goddamn movie, guys. It's talent time. Let's find out how many people were fucking house wrecked, shop wrecked by a fucking werewolf, dog. Let's get into our body count.
Yeah, that body count. That body count. That body count. It's the body count.
I think I got up to 10.
God damn.
10 people died in this movie.
10 months of murder. No, well, no. One of the months he was very busy. He threw in 4.
Right.
So 6 months of terror, dog. Just
6
ass
months of
whippings. Also, they kind of sped up the timeline a little bit because he was able to, like, depending on the position of the moon was his strength when he can switch back and forth. Because like they didn't want to stretch the movie out a whole year like they did in the book. Let's talk about our favorite subject, guys. The nudity. Yeah, let's get skin deep.
It's about to get skin deep. I just wanna see a little feet. Just show me that booty. Just a little bit of titties. Right now.
Man, I'm glad that only God knows what Stephen King was on the book. 0.
Wolf Dick.
When young Jane took off, I was like, whoa, Stephen.
Whoa, hey.
After it, bro, I'm looking at you sideways forever, fam. Because the last thing I expected in a horror clown movie book thing was a train to be ran in the sewers, nigga.
Listen, the only way to stop this werewolf is incest. No.
God in heaven.
No.
Oh, guys.
That's why I don't see Marty anymore.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Let's talk about our favorite character, guys. Who is our shining star in this goofy ass shit? Let's talk about our Joe Grizzly Award recipient.
Let me introduce myself. I'm Joe Grizzly, bitch.
Randy Savage. Who was your Joe Grizzly?
Fuck. I went with Uncle Red.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
You gotta be. Yeah, but Joe, even though he almost fumbled the Grizzly.
Yeah, he was
But
so close.
he basically was Piccolo as Goku got a spirit bomb ready.
I got it.
Charge the fucking attack! I'm gonna charge in my attack. I love Dragon Ball Abridged more than the actual source material.
It's really good.
So good. It changed how it changed how Dragon Ball Super was even voiced, bro. Like, let's keep it a buck. The fact that Sean Schemmel, like the guy that voiced Goku, hates it means it's good.
Even
Sorry,
better.
you're threatening my job. This is the sad truth. Oh yeah, I forgot. Marty ended the movie with a no legs joke.
I was so waiting for you to be like,
He's like, oh man. He's like,
hey, you okay, Marty? I can't feel my legs.
you're like, oh Marty.
Shut up, Marty.
All right, guys, this is final verdict time. Knee pads and slippers. What that means, if we truly enjoy this movie, we get a maximum of 2 knee pads where we fall to the worst position, given the movie is just due. Or we think this is just a lack of moisture seafood boil of ass. We give it 2 hater slippers where we slide them on and have a awesome idea to just electrocute all the cripples, man, like that. Why was that? What platform is that? What stance is that? Who's on board with you, bro? Like, what bar were you at where they're like, yeah, fuck yeah,
Genocide. Right? No? You guys aren't on board with this?
Tupac?
Fuck. What if we call it something else?
Private justice.
Private justice.
Yeah. Whatever I said, you need pads and slippers.
What do we call it? Relocation.
Fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh.
We deport them first, and then private justice.
Code 45.
Yeah, it's not getting 2, but it's definitely getting 1 knee pad now.
Fuck it, right?
And it's just like it was
Right.
It was unexpectedly fun to watch. The silver bullet was like, really? And the whole time I'm like, what happened in Gary Busey's career that we weren't just trying to make him the Uncle Buck for the next generation? And it's like, because I feel
brain
like
damage. It was brain damage from
yeah,
that.
it's like, I feel like you could have easily swayed into like more like I'm your uncle, because what fucking
He's Fun
Adam
McNulty.
Sandler made a career just being an asshole for like 30 years.
That's true.
And
Yeah.
like John Candy was that guy for a long time, and then he died. And,
No,
yeah.
it was the brain damage. But shout out to Comedy Central doing that one like weird reality show. Where he's,
Yeah, I was like, he totally will work that.
yeah, but like he's really off the reservation. Like God bless him, but whew,
They all got worse.
he is like if you overclocked a MAGA brain. At this point, he's out there, bro.
There's a TikTok guy I follow who's like documenting his parents like just downward spiral, and it's not great. And every time I just yell at my phone, just like, how? What planet? What color is the sky on your world that you're like, this is okay,
bro. But yeah, nah, it's definitely one you've had. This movie is like, whenever you like, when you watch Mac and Me, you're like, why would they make Mac and Me? It's like this movie was like around that same time,
oh my god.
and it's like, because this on paper this sounds dumb as fuck.
It really does. A wheelchair-bound kid fights a werewolf.
I mean, I'm in, but like,
How?
you gotta throw in that the wheelchair is is like fucking Cyclops motorcycle from X-Men, nigga. Like you gotta include that part, and it's wild.
This was the steel chair before Steel. The movie.
What's wild is like I've never seen no shit like this, man. Like I don't think I ever will. Like I've never seen a movie like this in my life,
Right.
and yeah. Like the one Hollywood edition of a motorcycle thing kind of helped. Can't front. It's a crazy, goofy ass movie, but it's better than Venom 3 and 2.
It's like, that is so sad but true. I would definitely watch this
if
again.
you were like Silver Bullet or Venom 3, I'd be like Silver Bullet.
Silver
Cue
Bullet,
it up.
please.
Cue it up.
Start it up.
Run it back. I don't care. You just watched it. Yep. Run it back. Maybe I'll catch some context clues, fam. Oh boy. What are we doing next, bro? Seriously though. I mean that with all my heart. I mean that with all my heart. All my heart. I was on the edge of my seat, like watching it.
It's like, how you gonna stop the werewolf? Like,
Yeah. More of a complete villain. With the Reverend.
Noel just sitting in a chair, and I'm just like, this is. You paid Andy Serkis how much money? Ben Kingsley money?
Yeah. This was a CG Ben Kingsley move from Blood Rain, nigga. Like this was he's like, yeah, I'll make up the money I lost from never been directing again from part 2, but you're gonna pay me to just talk in a booth. Genius.
So I'm gonna leave it up to you. I was like, Minecraft is coming out.
Right.
So there was only one thing that kept popping in my head that were like, I want to see this in this context, or a video game movie that I was like, oh, this is hot garbage, and everyone says it's hot garbage. So I was like, either a piece from Minecraft that kind of ties into Minecraft, not like the littlest of things, or the bareless of strings. I can't believe I didn't think of a Jack Black movie, or this one, or a video game movie.
What's a video game movie?
All right, so it's either Atlantis: The Lost Empire,
Oh.
or Warcraft.
Ooh. Okay. How about this? How about if we're gonna do a bad, because like Warcraft is just blah,
Okay.
and we're gonna be suffering. But I want to see a really bad. Let's do a shitty video game movie.
Okay.
But since we talked about Blood Rain, let's do a Ua Bowl. Let's do a Ua Bowl movie. But this is not scripted, by the way. This is kind of fun.
Yeah.
But let's do House of the Dead, bro.
Let's do House of the Dead. Got
Let's
it.
do House of the Dead. It's gonna suck, but it'll go by fast. And also, I want to know if House of the Dead is better than Venom 3. I must know. I must know.
House of the Dead.
House of the Dead. Oh fuck! I heard it was a bag of ass, bro. So let's do it. And people enjoy us suffering. But shout out to that boy. Shout out to Adrian. Shout out to Adrian.
I know.
Thank you.
I don't know, man. So far, I don't want to jinx it. All the Patreon picks this year, not
Pretty
bad
fire.
picks, guys.
Pretty fire.
Good picks.
Pretty fire. Good.
Higher Learning, I liked.
Yeah.
Creeped, I liked.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been fire. Y'all have not.
good.
Y'all didn't Warzone us. Warzone was a dark year. That was a dark year.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god,
a dark year.
it's a dark year, and it just kept getting darker the whole year.
'Cause every time you're like, it's that time again. I'm like, oh no, but no.
What now? What did you guys do?
Yeah, y'all been holding us down. God bless y'all, man. We love y'all so much. We'll see you motherfuckers next week.